What up? So today we're going to make a vision board. This is going to be a cosplay related vision board. Everything on here is either going to be related to cosplay or where I want to see myself this upcoming year. We're going to do a nice little walkthrough on the process of making this vision board and see what comes about it. I start with a large poster board I just had laying around. You can also use large colorful paper or a canvas if you want to get fancy. Off camera, I went through some magazines and cut out pictures of cosplayers and cons I want to go to. Most of the things you'll see on my vision board come from magazines, but I want a few specific pictures I didn't come across, so I just printed them off on my computer. I have this check I'm flailing in your face right now, and it's used by those who practice law of attraction. I'm going to use this fake check to write myself a large amount of money and address it to myself for being myself. Hopefully one day I can look at this amount of money in my bank and know it all came from cosplay. These two ladies are going to be my guardian angels of cosplay. Lol, not really. They're just super cute, and I hope one day I can have amazing crafting skills where I can make a dress like that. Next is a collage from a convention that will serve as a background to cooler pictures. I'm currently putting up a Sailor Moon group to represent my girl squad of cosplayers and the power we possess! I also want to be in a Sailor Moon group, but first I have to pick a character and, make the costume. Captain Marvel is my girl, and her movie's finally coming out next year. I hope to have her costume by then, and hopefully my hair will have grown a little bit more, because I'm not going to wear a wig every time I'm going to wear that costume. Below Captain Marvel is Black Cat and Catwoman. They're being interviewed at a convention. In the corner is YouTube with a dream number of subscribers. I really want to continue doing YouTube. I have almost a dozen more video ideas to bring to you just within the next couple months. I've been to New York before, and that big of a city kind of gave me anxiety, but I think it'd be such an honor to go to New York Comic Con. Colossal Con is also a dream con of mine, and so is Dragon Con, but it's not on here. I never actually competed in a cosplay contest, but I really want to do that in the future as well. I'm just kind of like a person who likes to have a lot of cosplays rather than just a couple that I put a lot of work into, so we'll see what comes about that next year. Yaya Han, Cosplay Mom, is going on the board as well, along with a couple other cosplays I don't particularly aspire to be, but they were featured in a magazine and you gotta give them props for that. I also have Cosplay Magazine and World Cosplay logos on here as well. This is really weird, not only to be making a point to lay out what I want to see myself doing, but also making a video about it. I'm a very practical person, so admitting I want to have Cosplay Magazine in my future or reach 3,000 subs on YouTube is not very humble of me, but this is supposed to be inspirational for me, and saying it out loud and admitting it is the first step to making it come true, or something like that. It's not very far from others on YouTube I've watched before making this video. Those who paste a luxurious condo apartment or a van on their vision board, the only way they'll get to those places is through hard work and determination. I have this board broken up in somewhat into sections. The far left you can't really see, but it's a lifestyle. I have Alicia Marie, who's a fitness guru and a cosplayer, on my board because she's part of who I want to be when I grow up. I have a girl who is close to my weight and a before and after pic of her at my goal weight. In others, I just have a few superficial things on here too, like Instagram followers and likes, but I hope I'll just come naturally being a positive influence and a good cosplayer. You may notice this white paper I've been shuffling around. It's my goals for the next 3 months. I've never been a person with long-term goals or a long-term plan. I just always want to better myself every day. But yesterday was November 1st, and I had a call in to just sit down and make some realistic goals for myself. It ranges from being a good employee and developing good work habits, starting a budget, having X amount of videos posted after 3 months, and finishing up so many cosplays. I'm planning to just tape it in the middle of my vision board so I can easily remove it come February 1st and replace it with that spring's month goals. The finishing touches include some quotes I scored from Cosplay Culture magazine. They are from an article written by Fanina, who is a huge influence of mine, and when it comes to the world of YouTube and cosplay, she is queen. Towards the top, you can see that I have money on the top of my vision board, where my check is glued to. I can also see the Colorado state flag because most of my cosplay friends are there and I miss it so much and I can't wait to move back. In the right hand corner, you can also see I placed my business card and the Cat for Kids card to remind me of who I am, Simba, and my cosplay family. I purposely left some empty space to add other things to my vision board, as I always seem to have afterthoughts. I also have Dita and Miranda Rice in the lifestyle corner, as they are two of my fashion inspirations. Here I have an emotionally well-balanced wheel, some women on poles being amazing, and another woman being interviewed on the radio. This was so much fun to make. I would not be opposed to making another in the future, or maybe even one for 2020. I'm excited to see how this vision board affects my life and see if any of my aspirations come into fruition. Thank you for hanging out with me and watching me make my vision board. I hope you guys are at least a little inspired to make your own. I would love to see your creations. Follow me on Instagram and like me on Facebook, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe.